What is going on YouTube? It's your boy, Brady, here for you today with a special review of what I think is the greatest drone I've ever flown. This is the DJI Mavic Air 2. I ended up picking up this guy last summer when I ended up crashing my Mavic Air 1 and was not able to recover it. So today we lost a dearly beloved family member, my old drone, good old Mavi. So we just headed into the store, picked up a new guy. At first, I was hesitant to spend around $1,000 on a new drone, but I was in the beautiful land of Whistler, BC, and I knew it would be a sin not to capture the aerial footage of the landscape and the waterfalls. So let's point out the elephant in the room right now. I'm talking about the new remote design. This is a thick bitch. I personally love the new design. It may not be as compact as the remote from the first version of the Mavic Air, but this remote feels like a much higher quality build. The size also allows for a much bigger battery in store than the original remote, which means less time charging, and I can charge my phone while I fly my drone without worrying about that extra drainage. The remote also feels great in the hands, and the lack of antenna is great due to no risk of breaking them off. So now let's talk video quality. I'm sure this is what most people will be interested in hearing about, and I'm happy to report it is fantastic. This drone boasts an impressive 48 megapixel sensor, which made me worry about the low light performance, but it ended up handling those high ISOs better than I thought. This drone shoots at 4K 60, 2.7K 60, and 1080p at 240 frames a second if you need it. Unfortunately, I had some overheating issues while shooting at 4K and 60 frames a second. I had some overheating in the main CPU of the drone when recording in 4K 60 with clips over 15 seconds long, which is a bummer. I ended up switching my main shooting mode to 2.7K and 60 frames a second, as my PC doesn't like 4K files anyways, but if you're an avid 4K shooter, this is an issue that you should likely keep in mind with the Mavic Air 2. The drone also has D-Log, which is a nice upgrade over the original Mavic Air, which did not offer that feature. As someone who likes freedom in color grading, I really appreciated this feature, and I'm glad it finally came to a cheaper drone. Now let's talk about flying. The Mavic 2 is miles ahead of the original, pun intended, when it comes to connectivity, maneuvering, and battery life. It can fly up to 18 kilometers away, and the battery has a life of around 30 minutes, over around 19 minutes I would get out of the original Mavic Air. In sport mode, the drone is very responsive. I was hesitant to try sport mode again, as that's how I lost my other drone, but with the Mavic Air 2, I can fly in sport with confidence again. The Mavic Air 2 is not as fast as the larger Mavic 2, but I found that I was never needing to reach speeds of 60 kilometers an hour, so I'm happy it trades speed for responsiveness in that department. In conclusion, I do believe the Mavic Air 2 improves on almost every aspect of the original Mavic Air. With a sleeker design and performance, if you are trying to justify upgrading, this drone is definitely worth it. However, if you're concerned about speed and 4K performance with the drone's CPU, you might want to look at some of the larger DJI drones which handle those departments much better. But if you're like me, and if you're a very run and gun shooter, then portability and performance of the Mavic Air 2 is more than enough to satisfy my workload. So guys, these are my thoughts. Let me know yours down in the comment section below. Do you own a drone? Are you thinking of upgrading to the Mavic Air 2? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If we reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, I'll be giving away something big. So I'll see you guys next time.